Hello everyone, my name is Omnic and I'm back with another settlement. So I'm calling this settlement the Concord Corner Crib because it's a small player home in a corner and it's in Concord. So right outside of Red Rocket, as you can see over here, if you want to build this yourself, I actually have playback of my full live stream where I built the entire thing, so I have the full building process available if you so choose, and I guess I can put that in the description when I finish editing. So yeah, and this is live just because it's easier for me to get it up easily. So anyways, if you want to find this spot, go past the dead Brahmin being mauled by the blood bugs, go down here to the bus stop. You find this big brick building. This is also where you first enter when you're doing the main quest. So go past this Nuka-Cola bus station. And as you can see, I've placed a turret here. But it's a shopping cart turret. I like those. It feels more scrappy. And here it is. So as you can see, it's a little house in the corner of these two buildings. And it's one of my favorite settlements just because it really fits the theme of a smaller player home in my opinion. So let's go over this area first. There's a trap over here and I placed some, I think it's not holly, but it's just some sort of twiggy plant. But I placed a spring trap over here. So if anyone tries to intrude while I'm in the bathroom over here, they might get shredded, or at least get stabbed in the legs. And of course I have a construction light over here with immersive shadows. So I placed all these plants around the trap so you can still see it, but the pressure plate's not visible. Let's go look at the side of the house. One of the sides, I just have some cloth on there just to cover up some of the cracked areas so no one can look inside. I have these here, these old curtains. Construction light to see or to give away anyone's locations. I have some barricades, and I'll go over more about this later, but I really like it. I like the way these barricades turned out, except for the fact that you can see part of this drawer coming out of the metal. Another turret. I left all these trees here. And a custom made fence, but there are no stronger barricades around it. And of course more turrets. So that's probably it for most of the outside, pretty sure. Now let's go inside the yard, of course with another turret. Here's some more wiring for my water pump, or for my mechanical water pump, and here is normal water pump, and I placed a bucket there because it makes sense, just to make it look more lived in. So here's the barricade. I really like it. I used a mod, it's the pillars and supports mod, but it also has a few other things like barricades. This is called Office Clutter Barricade. So I placed a few of these around, and then to make it look stronger I placed these scrap wood and metal just covering it up on the front. So yeah, I really like the way it turned out. A barrel for water which does your refill. Just some random vault window, a vault window placed on this fence. Might scrap it for glass later. An old metal bathroom stall door. It's pretty bent. Another turret. Just some old boxes stacked sideways. Some corn. Here's where he cooks his soup over this campfire inside the bowl. Some more things to be scrapped. Knocked over metal. This is a broken chair, or tanning chair, I don't know what they call it, but here's a fixed one. And there's also a light on it. It's another light with shadows. It's kind of hard to see during the day, of course. You can kind of see a little bit of this shadow. Here's a cooking pot where I cook also soup, warming my food. I place some, whatever it's called, I can't remember. But of course it's demutated wheat. And I place some of the wild version over here, and I think it looks cool. Sitting in the corner. Some silt beans. So that's it for most of the outside garden then. You can take a look at my, not really garage, but I guess a power armor crafting station, scrapping station. I do like the light up here. I placed the light with shadows using another mod. Here's my power armor. It's not supposed to look extremely powerful like XL1 power armor. So the torso is Raider just so it looks scrappier. But I do have my favorite looking power armor helmet on there, T51. An old Raider power armor helmet. A lot of things here. Materials, scrap, metal, components and parts. Just to make it look like he has things to work on. And of course a Braxo for all your cleaning needs. Just some armor crafting over here and metal smithing. No battery, some cement, fertilizer. There's some gas over here, coolant. Not sure it'd be useful because it's not the winter right now. Another battery. And weapon crafting. So we take a look over here. This is one of my favorite areas. It just looks pretty cool. So when you first come here, you can find these two porches. One of them has a bunch of junk and a wheelchair right there. But I got rid of it because there was just not much room. So that's near the bathroom. Here's also a sink that he just placed. It doesn't look like there's piping or anything though, so he probably just places water in there and some Abraxo and soap. And that's how he gets clean cloth for his bed. And I'll show you that later. Just a little chair to relax. All the communism signs, propaganda. Here's where I place my workbench. That's what's no, it's workshop. But here I place it. It's the build anywhere workshop, so I can actually move it even while in workshop mode. But I place it over there. And I'm pretty sure that's it for most of the outside. But one more thing. I've got stairs up here, but they're not just stairs. I wanted to make it look supported because it's realistic that way. So you can see I have a support here, a support on the side, and 3 little supports. Just to make it realistic. Also this is actually a banner that you can find within the Museum of Freedom. So I just like the way they look and the way they fly around in the wind. So I placed one here. Maybe my character stole it because he likes his power armor. Well, not stole it, it's the apocalypse. There's really no crime anymore. I changed up the roof. It's not just all metal, but some of them, 2 of them, are cloth. Here's a Jangles and Moon Monkey blanket. And a picnic blanket. Of course, an extra turret. And here's my generator. It sits on top of the awning. Not awning. I guess just the roof of this porch. So that's where I get my power. Extra power support. And I was planning on having something have more wires go through here, but I guess I didn't. So let's go back down the stairs. And here's the front. Before we go in, I'll just do another little look around the sides of the house. It is all standing on supports. I have some old industrial light fixtures hammered onto these wooden parts. I put a turret down here because realistically, if I were to go in third person, yeah, I can definitely fit under here, even though Bethesda games say I can't. Logically, I could walk under my house and place a turret there, just for extra protection. So let's go inside. I like this door for scrappy wooden houses like this. Over here, he stores some of his medics because he needs, I think it's extra crit damage or maybe damage absorption, I'm not too sure, but he has a full case of them. Made them look not organized but spread out so it looks realistic and lived in. A Federalist drawer with some lunch boxes, a light up here, an old fan, and I have a mod that adds loading screen places or loading screen workshop items. So sometimes you'll see this workbench with all these things around it while in the loading screen. So I didn't place these things. In fact, I can walk through it a little bit like that. But I do like the way it looks because there's items scattered about. There's nothing on the bottom side of this table, but oh well. And there's already a fan up there, but this one's moving around, so I placed that there. 2 chairs over here I can sit on. Just some random bits and bobs spread out on this drawer. Old camera, alarm clock, chems, meds, even a moldy sweet roll and toothpaste, and a duffel bag. My character is looking at some old comic books and other things like games, while also ironically sitting, well not ironically, but also while he sits on the floor probably to do this on Sean's old rug. Here I have a desk with my meal on it. I think it's Mirror cake. Yeah, it's pretty tasty looking. I have a lamp here, which also has light, but it's too bright to see it. I have a note here, and I also placed a pen and pencil near it, just to add realism that it actually has been written on. Some holotapes, Mentats, Psycho, first aid kit. One of my favorite looking chairs is over here. A grown melon you'll cut up soon. Some Unstoppables comics. He's got his laser pistol up here, which I like. This is a bobblehead stand from the Creation Club mod made by Eleonora. But I don't have any bobbleheads. That one is just a static item I placed. It's not an actual one I can place in the shelf. Robco Fun with Django's the Moon Monkey and Captain Cosmos, which is also a new Creation Club thing that came out. Some ammunition, empty bottles and water, magazine rack. I like this little shelf. Instead of placing it upright, he just places it on the floor sideways and puts everything in there. Some of his food, his cleaning supplies, which is how he cleans these rugs and pillows. Just some random things around here like the IV bag, clipboards, and all of his caps. A toolbox with his food up there. His favorite beers from Gwinnett. His foot locker is there too, and his cane. And I have a few other things under the bed. the book and the blueprints. More things on the wall are the Boston Freedom Trail. I don't know what it's called, but it's the medallion thing that's on the ground that you need to click on to find the railroad. And I think that's it for the wall things. I'm just gonna take some camera angles to show you the room. I also like this plant. It's placed inside of an old crate. Also, this box, I can sit on it. I love the shadows from the lights. I also have some of these lights up here too. Just fits the theme in my opinion. So there's some angles of the room. And yeah, also, I forgot, this little plywood is something I can hammer. If I can zoom the camera out. Yeah, hold on. Also, I am playing on my character, Lady in Bellicore. It's kind of hard to see with all the objects placed around, but yeah, you can hammer the floor. It's easier to see in an open space. As you can see, so it looks like he's fixing up the floor. Maybe the radio's trying to break in through the bottom because you can't crawl under it. It looks like it. So that's it for the inside, and I really like this house in my opinion. It's not one of my best, but it's one of my better. I also placed these boards at top, supporting boards, and I made it look like they were there before the war, so these weren't there before though. I just wanted it to look like that, and I like it. So yeah, I guess that's a rundown of one of my newer settlements. I think it looks good. Before I finish off, I will go far away to show you what it could look like when you're just some Commonwealth scabber walking around the wastes and you see this in the distance. I can get up here first if you're walking on the roofs. Yes, I can climb up here. If you're walking on the roofs along Concord, you might see this and you might decide to raid it, but there are turrets ahead. So yeah, it's not a full city settlement where other settlers are welcome. It's just my own home. So like I said, let's go out a bit and see this at a distance. There's one angle about. I like this one. You're just walking around through the grass and you see an old house. I also like the museum banner. It just looks so cool. Let's get on top of these rocks. Here's this angle from a distance. I like how you can see the smoke of the generator. The power armor looks cool too. And of course the barricade. I love the barricade. It just looks really scrappy. And I'm getting far away enough where there's glitches with field of view, or at least like generating texture size. You can see it flashing in the corner. We'll go on this hill. I think this is another good looking view of the settlement. Yeah, it's just like behind the trees you can see something. The door disappeared because I'm far away. I like this view too, even though you can't see the door. There we go. Now it's loaded in. So I think that's pretty much it for this settlement. Oh, it's been quite a while since my last settlement video, but I'm trying my best. I just take a really long time with my settlements. When I built this, it took me 3 hours, I think. So obviously, I'm not as good as other settlement builders. I try and take my time. But yeah, there you have it, the Concord Corner Crib. I think it's a nice little settlement for just a little player home. Especially for an early game. It's in a low level area. It's not like it's in South Boston where there's death claws and gunners everywhere. Oh, that's Quincy. But yeah, that's it for this settlement. So I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.